quickly taking you through how global markets performed yesterday as well as how Asian markets have opened on this Thursday morning. All three US benchmark indices gained on Wednesday and closed higher. A long time since something like that has happened. The S&P 500 clocked its best day of gains in the last 13 trading sessions and has gained around 85 basis points at the close of trade yesterday. The Dow too gained over 2/3%, while the Nasdaq composite was up over 4/5% and has closed in the green for the first time in this week after losing out on Monday and Tuesday. Moving on to Europe, poor news in the UK as inflation fears grip Europe. Now, UK August inflation numbers came in and they were at 3.2% year-on-year inflation. Now, this is the highest inflation recorded in the last 9 years in the UK. And further, July numbers were at roughly 2% year-on-year. So the sequential 1.2% increase month on month has been the highest sequential inflation recorded since records began in 1997. This news crept up on the markets and all indices were closing in the red. The Stock 600 closed around 4/5% down when the index gained in trade on Monday and was flat on Tuesday. Largely led down by utility stocks, which were down around 2.7% in trade yesterday. The DAX also fell over 2/3% after gaining 2 consecutive days this week on Monday and Tuesday. The UK FTSE 100 fell for a second consecutive day and was down around 1/4%. The CAC 40 was also down for a second consecutive day and down over 1%. Moving on to how Asia performed yesterday as well as how Asia has opened today morning. Asian stocks fell yesterday on the back of China's retail numbers. Retail numbers for China were projected to grow at 7%, grew only at 2.5%. So really bad cues coming out from there, which has led Asian markets lower. The Nikkei was down over 0.5% yesterday, but is up around 0.1% today in early trade. The Shanghai closed down around 17 basis points yesterday. The Hang Seng, which has closed now lower by 1% in over 3 trading sessions now, it was down around 1% and 84 basis points. So it's fell over 1% for 3 straight trading sessions. Poor showing for the Hang Seng. The SGX 200 was down over 1/4% yesterday, but is up around 2/5% in early trade today. The Kospi was probably the only major Asian index outside of India which gained and was up around 15 basis points yesterday. However, that has reversed in early trade today and the Kospi is down over 1/4%. The SGX Nifty Futures, which traded higher yesterday, were absolutely flat in early trade today morning and is down around 3 basis points in trade today. Oil is currently the focus of global markets. The oil prices have jumped over $2 a share after drawdown in US stocks, especially led by Hurricane Ida. Now oil is currently at around $72.5 a barrel, a steep and sharp incline in oil prices, and Brent crude too followed suit, was up around to $75.5 a barrel. Gold though is as taper uncertainty started to creep up, the gold had gone up. However, that has now eased. It's at around $17.96 an ounce. Copper was up around 1.96%, which is roughly around 2%, and iron ore was down around 3%. So mixed set of numbers for commodities. Coming to the dollar index was down around 8 basis points yesterday and is down around 9 basis points in early trade today morning. Treasury yields bounced back with inflation being lower than expected, especially in the US. The US 10-year Treasury yields have come in at just below 1.3%. The Bitcoin is over 3% up in early trade and is almost hitting the US dollars 48,000 mark in early trade. That's a wrap from our side. Thank you.